Hello, everybody. It's 6 o'clock. It's Friday night. That means it's time for dragons and stuff. Quigley's back. He's excited. Nobody else is. I do have to say, though, I want to give it up to my players for optimism for showing up this week.
Wow.
None of them have backup characters. They really think that they're going to live. And I say, you know what? That go-get-em spirit is what drives this show forward. It warms my heart to see them full of such optimism. False as it may be, but here they are.
I want everybody to realize at home, children, this is what marriage does to you. That's why he's turned pure evil.
Your alignment
It was
shifts.
overnight. It was overnight. It's not
That's
funny.
right.
It's
Or
not
maybe
funny.
it was the last 30 weeks of calling me evil, and I finally just embraced it fully.
I never called you evil.
But you didn't not. I don't know. I don't really
I
have
called
a
you
response to
fair,
that.
a
I
fair
don't
and
know.
just God. That's what I always called you.
Is he fair and just now? Or is he evil?
Well, just.
You know, we can debate all night about whether what I did was right or wrong, and it was ultimately right. But what we should actually do is dive into our adventure. Before we do so, though, of course, we've got to talk about prizes tonight, because we got them, and we're giving them to you. Now, Quigley's very excited because he missed last week, but he's here this week, so let's turn to him so that he can tell me what's up.
Yes,
What's happening?
so once again I ran my Twitter poll, and there was a record number of votes. It was a crazy amount, upwards near 38 or 39 votes. I mean, it was
Wow.
incredible.
That's
double.
astounding.
Astounding!
I
Astounding
didn't
you
vote
got
for
that
that
many
one.
votes.
And they all
Not me.
wanted to hear
Not me.
from Goddard Grimwhip.
Yes.
Also,
mean-
hashtag Krag needs life.
There was no hashtag for Alex, mind you. Just
Yeah,
Krag needs
She's
life.
a little better
I
off
know.
than he is.
That's why I didn't comment. With
I
all
did
of you guys.
notice that this week there were the hashtags created. There were a lot of really emo posts from Krag about like, oh well, I guess this might be the end.
Is he not evil? Tell him he's evil!
I want you to know,
Seriously.
Hey,
if
you
I
know
would
what? You're
have
not
said
gonna
that,
feel
right
if
now.
I would have said that, the elevated anger level.
You're not sitting by him. Don't make him angry right now because
So-
I'm sitting next to him.
When the ulcers fully develop, how will that make you feel?
I mean, I don't feel.
Are you going to
responsible
pay for a new
Smiling
table?
about it.
Are you going to
He's
pay for a new table
smiling
when he
about
breaks it? Are you going to pay for the new table?
The new table!
I'm just saying.
The one with the TV in it so we can have a map!
I'm just saying. I will not be held hostage by your threats. All right. I do not negotiate with terrorists. You can break that table, but I'm still gonna kill you if that's what the game demands. For I am a fair and just God. But, as Quigley mentioned, I gotta do the prize this week as Goddard Grimwhip. Because Quigley thinks that's just hilarious that he
It
put
is,
that
it's
on me,
hilarious.
I'm gonna put it on Quigley to translate for you guys so
No!
that you guys actually know what the prizes are.
Don't make me do this!
So, we're gonna prize this week, and we're gonna tell you what it is.
Alright, we've got a prize this week.
We got a box over here. This is Dungeon Crate box. It's pretty good, eh?
Dungeon Crate box,
All kinds of stuff in it.
all kinds of stuff.
Kind of stuff like dice and corn, and then you get a.
It's got dice
come right in
and
the house,
corn.
you get a-
Maybe at his
and,
farmhouse.
yeah,
That's
those
fair.
Hamburger auction, they're
Totally
pretty
dice
good.
and
Oh, it's pretty
I
good.
know all the fans like that.
You
get
like
the
it?
box,
You
and,
love it?
When you get it in your house,
You
know,
want some
bro,
more of it?
Get your hands on it.
There, you can DungeonCrate.com.
Go to dungeoncrate.com and get it.
Quigley was mostly correct. Indeed, we do have the Dungeon Crate sampler box coming out to you guys. If you are interested in learning more about Dungeon Crate, you should, of course, go over to dungeoncrate.com, where you can get a subscription to Dungeon Crate, getting themed, curated boxes sent to your house every month for as long as you have a subscription. And, of course, we still have the discount code available for you. That is Dragons and Stuff, all uppercase, all one word. Put that in at checkout. You're getting $5 off your subscription, which is an amazing deal, especially, as I always have been mentioning, with the holidays right around the corner. If you don't know what to get the gamer in your life, consider a Dungeon Crate subscription. It'll go you can buy as many months as you want, so if you just want a couple boxes to try them out, feel free to head over there today. Get those. Of course, we like to mention our other sponsors as well. We have Open Gaming Store helping us out with the show. You go over to opengamingstore.com. You're going to find not only an amazing set of rules you can look at, but you will find all kinds of PDF and hardcover things, sources for RPG gaming that you can purchase. If you decide to make a purchase, don't forget to use the code. It's Dragons ampersand stuff. You're going to get 20% off your first order from Open Gaming Store. And what's awesome about that is that they have some mega bundles up right now, 2 of them. One of them is going to get you a huge bundle of PDFs from Rogue something.
Rogue.
I'm sorry, did you say
Rogue Genius.
20% off?
I did say Rogue Genius.
That's like a
Rogue Genius
bazillion
Games is the
percent
first
off.
bundle, and the second bundle that they have available is from Legendary Games. It's a huge collection of PDFs. Use that discount code. Get yourself some PDFs. Yes,
20%
Quigley, it's
off?
20% off.
That's almost exactly like 20% off.
Yeah, you're actually surprisingly correct this week, Quigley. I can't argue with that, and I'll move on to our next sponsor, which is Sirenscape. Go over to Sirenscape.com, download their app, get a subscription to their service so that you can get access to all of their sound sets. They've just put out a whole bunch of new sci-fi sound sets for Starfinder, so whether you're playing Pathfinder for the fantasy stuff or Starfinder for the sci-fi stuff, they have a collection of sounds for
Space farts.
you. Get 'em.
Space farts.
Space farts? Yeah, probably space farts. I don't know.
Space.
Probably. I can only imagine. And last but never least, we have Paizo. Go over to paizo.com. You can get all of the official Pathfinder merchandise from them, all of the source books you need, whether you are a beginner player or an advanced player looking to spice up your game. It's paizo.com. They have everything. They made the game, so obviously they have all the cool stuff there.
I just finished the Game Master's Guide.
You just you read it like front to back?
Very fast.
Hot
I'm
dang.
a good reader.
Diggity dang.
I'm very smart now.
Very smart. He knows what he's talking about now. Well, with all that said, I think that the players are very eager to know what happens because they want to jump into this game.
If you delay it a little longer, we'll still be alive.
That's true. The longer I talk, the longer the characters all live. I don't even know that all that much happened last week, so I don't know that I need to really recap. I mean, it was kind of boring.
very
I mean,
dull.
we'll just skip all that because really nothing exciting occurring. No.
How much are you loving this?
I love it so much, guys. I tell you what, sitting up here in my tower, looking down, this is what absolute power does to somebody over 32 weeks. It turns them into just a monster. And I love it. I love being a monster.
Uh-huh.
And I'm glad to have you all.
I'm just glad that the world finally gets to see you for what you are.
It's true.
I've known it for
Yep.
years.
Yeah,
glad
no,
I
I
don't get to see
make
your
no
face.
apologies.
I can see his face and I'm glaring.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, guys, I'll recap for you so we can find out what's going to happen next. When last we met, the party made their way through the ancient tunnels beneath the dead city of Zizaras. You all stumbled upon an accursed ritual chamber where human sacrifices were once held in the name of Daralaxatran, the dragon that once served as the tyrant ruler of Zizaras. Krag, Alex, and Marcus were overcome by a powerful compulsion to offer themselves as the dragon's newest sacrifice. As Lyra raced to discover some way to free them, Lyra raced for some way to free them. She was totally unsuccessful, but nevertheless, you all managed to shake off the powerful compulsion and survived. In the shrine, you found 5 dolls, each made to look like one of you. You also discovered a series of old mithril keys, though their purpose was a mystery at first. Krag found a new runestone for his hammer. Finally, perhaps most importantly, you found a giant, heavy metal spike covered in runes. Without Quigley to force your hands, there was quite a bit of standing timidly in place that he would have found totally unheroic. However, you did eventually gather the courage to move to the end of the tunnels where you encountered Daralaxatran. Quite against your expectations, the dragon was chained in place, unable to move. The dragon was being eaten alive by horrible, giant rot grubs that turned their attention to you all for a fresh meal, and with a great deal of difficulty, you were able to defeat them. Krag, however, already weakened by mummy rot, now hangs perilously close to death after a swarm of the rot grubs began eating away his flesh after he charged into it against the explicit advice of the GM, who still will be totally blamed for this death if it happens this episode.
I think you
Is that
should be
a
careful
side
with
note?
your words, because Nancy's right back
I
there.
feel like that was a side note.
After the rot grubs were defeated, you all realized that the keys were for padlocks that held Daralaxatran's chains in place. You also discovered that the spike reacted to the dragon's presence, as did Krag's hammer. It seems you were faced with a choice. You could drive the spike into the helpless dragon's heart, or you could use the keys to free her. I'm not entirely certain why, but despite your very real fear that the dragon might simply burn you alive, you decided to free her. Daralaxitran arose.
That was a very good reason.
Now free from her chains, and opened her mouth, the molten glow of dragon fire growing in the abyss of her maw. But before we find out what happens, let's roll back time a little and check in with our old friend, a fan favorite, Squire Quigley.
Oh, me?
Mr. Squire Quigley.
Yes.
We will go back a day.
Oh, all right. I actually, if it's all right with you, I would like to not go back a day.
Well, let me set this because
I
I have.
talk about this with them again after I meet up with them.
Well, there's a little bit of information that you should know just so that you can kind of plan out, and then you can tell me what's going to happen.
All right.
The doors, you lose your grip on the chain. The doors slam shut, cutting you off from your companions. Vander has already rushed off into the darkness behind you. You hear roaring and stomping and smashing and an explosion. You turn, you draw your sword, you stride boldly forth in an attempt to save Vander. You see him fighting some creature. You don't know what, because it's all in silhouette against the sunlight outside and the darkness of the tunnels.
It's very difficult to see.
Something, maybe a tail or a claw, a wing perhaps, smashes you in the head. You are thrown backwards. Smack your head on the stones of the tunnel. Your vision is blurry. It's going dark. And that's the last thing you know until you wake up sometime later, alone in the cave. You see no sign of Vander, no sign of any great beast. You're all alone. You know your friends are on the other side of this door. What happens? What happens next, Quigley?
Well, I just am sort of thinking about this, and there's a sense of fear in my heart about what has just suddenly happened and being apart from my
hold
group.
on. You have fear?
Just a little bit. However, I'd like the fans to just imagine this in a theatrical sort of way, in a vision of sorts.
Yes,
As
lay it on
I
us.
Sit up, wake up from a good night's rest. I go ahead and I make a nice, cozy little fire. I'm heating up some of those trail rations. I decide to don my armor.
I have a question. What do you light the fire with? What are you burning?
We have stuff down there.
What are you burning?
I'm burning all your stuff, all right? So, anyway.
I just wanted to clarify
light
his
the-
vision
how'd you light the
and what
fire?
he's burning. Yeah, well, how'd you light it
How'd you
with?
light the
and what
Fine,
are
fire?
you
there's
burning?
no fire. It doesn't matter.
All right, so it's not cozy. So you would argue that it's not cozy.
No, it's absolutely cozy.
So it's definitely not
I am
cozy.
100%
torch on.
very cozy.
Hey, Alex. Do you
So-
think they're there with him?
So I'm very
Thought I would
cozy
rest.
where I am. I start doing some jump roping, some morning calisthenics. I don my armor, and I climb the ladder out of the box, which is where I've been the entire last episode. I come up, I pull the chain to see
Okay.
if the door opens.
The door will open. You know that the problem with that has been so far when you let go of the chain, it closes too fast for you to get through.
So there's
So if you
nobody
have
there.
if you have a solution,
No, there's just nobody there. So
there's nobody there. Right?
I come up every 10 minutes.
Okay, and you
I
just so that's what you've just been.
Just pulling on
Okay,
that
so ever
chain.
since you got a good night's rest, and now you open the
Pull
door,
on the chain.
and then
I'm
yeah,
pulling that
and like
chain,
clack.
then
Okay,
I go back in the box.
All right.
And I come back up, pull the chain, go back
So
down.
that has-
I'm doing a little organization of our stuff down there. It's
Okay.
very nice and tidy.
all right. I like it. I like it. He's making himself. He's nesting. He's nesting in the box.
But at least he's not cozy.
Well, I
And the
mean,
entire time,
Mortifor-
Mr. Blue Sky is playing in my
Mortifor
head.
make sure that the box is always
I know that song.
a nice 74
sun is
degrees.
shining.
I mean, that's just standard. If you're going to make yourself an extra dimensional space, it's going to be all right in there. Not too cold, not too hot.
It's perfect.
72.
All
That's a
you
little
need is
too
a light
warm.
jacket.
Can we just turn the thermostat down
Is
to
there a
70?
light? Is there a light down there?
Yeah, there's all you can always see down there.
Can we just ruin it for him? Like, just tell us how we ruin it for him, and we'll do that.
No.
Let's read some
I
comments.
forgot to read. You
Let's read some comments.
just jumped ahead.
You.
Yeah, this is Quigley's show now, guys. I guess he gets to read all
We
the comments
set the scene, and now we can read some comments. That's all I wanted to do.
All right, Matthew Daniel Cessna says, hey, sorry guys, I wasn't here last week. An auto accident took me to the hospital, but I'm here this week.
Thank
Are you okay?
goodness.
What the heck, Matthew?
Aw.
Welcome
Matthew,
back.
I'm glad you're sorry.
you are probably in better shape than about
Oh my gosh.
40% of the party right now. I won't tell you which 40%, but you could probably guess.
Keeps digging it deeper.
We hope you're all right, Matthew, and thanks so much for still
Yes.
tuning in.
Yeah.
And never ever apologize
So
for
sorry.
accidents. That's crazy.
Car stuff's the worst.
Crag, maybe one of the last times you get to read comments at the top of the
Yeah,
show.
you wanted me to read Kevin Robert Terrell's hashtag Team JimJam going to win tonight?
I've been
Screw you,
winning
Kevin.
for weeks.
Oh, goodness, he's a
Hi,
fan.
Kevin.
Keep watching.
Hey,
Hey,
Kevin! No, but Kevin has always been for
Nope.
Jim
Well,
since way back when.
It's
Well, that's
okay,
cool.
let him
So
be.
Natasha
That's fine.
McWilliams, Quigley's going to read that one.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
I was going to read the one underneath that. Kyle D. Adams says hashtag Team Alex, hashtag Alex needs life, and hashtag Krag needs life. And I will have you know, Kyle D. Adams has been trolling me all day on Twitter. He's been at Disneyland and waiting in lines, and all he can
Yes.
do all day is sit there and troll me while he's waiting in line.
oh,
Is that driving me crazy?
But it's magical. I love
Good
that
job.
place.
Alex?
Natasha McWilliams says, I got my work layoff notice, so this is the only good thing for me this week.
What is going on with our fans?
Natasha.
You got a lot of bad
They've
news
been
this
watching
week.
our
So
show too
sorry.
much and not working.
What are you doing to our fans, Jim?
It's
I don't
okay.
think I'm
Seriously, though,
doing
Natasha.
that.
There's new opportunity for you,
Lyra?
I'm sure.
Yeah, like what Alex said. Tobias, the Teat says, oh man, hashtag Krag needs life. Hey everyone, let's hope both survive today. Hi,
Let's
Tobias.
Hi, Tobias.
John Goodman says, staying optimistic here. If anyone can get them through this, it's Marcus. You're right, John.
That's a lot of optimism.
You're putting all of your eggs in the correct basket, my friends.
Although Marcus was really good last
Stuart-
week.
So Stuart Valentine, out of the blue, I discovered Dragon Stuff about a week and a half ago.
Yay!
And burned through every episode
What?
of Dragons and Stuff.
Holy crap.
Since in hopes of catching you guys live for the first time.
Stuart,
That's
stop it.
crazy.
That is
Stuart, that is
amazing.
a lot of content.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Stuart.
That is like 120
That's
hours of
dedication.
content.
More.
Unbelievable.
Holy crap. I hope you slept.
124
I
plus.
hope you ate.
That's like
120.
That's a lot of math.
that
a
is
lot of
like
math.
that is like 10 D10s plus another 2 or 3 D10s.
That's a lot of D10s.
Oh my gosh.
Cody Nixting says, write your goodbyes. Write your goodbyes now, everyone. Quigley, Alex, and Krag are on the chopping block. R.I.P. in
Rest in peace.
pepperonis.
Oh, rip and pepperonis. I thought that was rest in peace.
Yeah.
What's
I don't
rip
get
and
it.
pepperonis?
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Oh, we'll get it.
In like Twitch speak is rest and pepperonis.
Oh, but rip. It says rip.
But
Oh.
I'm not. I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
Rip and
It's like
pepperonis, huh?
it's like kids explaining to grandpa an internet joke at this point. Like it's just
Alex?
it's sad.
Such a noob. Okay. Brian Newman says, for being shirtless all the time, Krag is really pale.
Yeah, you getting enough vitamin D?
I can't
You
talk
getting
right
outside?
now.
It's
Thanks,
okay.
guys.
It's okay.
Appreciate it. Appreciate all the love.
John Christian says, tonight is the night of 100 eligible shares.
I was
just
literally
know
moment.
it.
I've got the trash can right there.
He does. Look,
Disgusting. I will walk away. Can I walk away if he does that? Because I really don't want
make sure it goes
Just
that
a nice
way.
arc. Straight in.
You want me to do another? Dylan Kaiser says, is Jim being evil? Maybe. Is Jim being entertaining?
Sure.
Definitely. Is Jim making up for all the times he has swooped in and saved our heroes' asses last minute? I think so.
What?
Oh, you
gotta
mean the
trail
time
off
that
there.
Jonathan steals my kills every single time?
It's not about Jonathan.
I would have you remember that you very nearly died in that combat, and that if nobody had saved you,
Afterwards.
All right, next.
Brian Summer says, Jim, I've taken the liberty of contacting the Witness Relocation Program for you. If you're still planning on killing one or more of the team, you will definitely need their services. There will be many viewers seeking you out to express their displeasure. The program says most of their tropical locations are full, but they have plenty of room in North Dakota right now. Bring Abby Go.
Perfect for you.
I want you to know that when I was first reading that comment in my head, I thought it said the Witless Relocation Program, so
Witless.
I figured that was for us.
Oh,
Greg?
good job, Brian.
Blair Peterson says, enough with the rambling. Let's get on with character deaths.
What?
Quick, somebody check under the table for
Where?
rerolled character sheets.
No.
You know what?
I don't have
That's
We
true.
don't have any.
Alex,
No.
you want to take the last one?
Get on.
Sure, Charles
Charles
W.
W. Shaw
Shaw says,
says,
"So
"So
shall
shall dies."
dies."
Isn't
We
it
see
here?
the team next week with the pencil and paper and what's
Abacus.
that?
Abacus.
Abacus trying to count to 89 shares.
Hi, Charles.
That's like old school.
Well,
for
well.
Was it 2 nights or 1 night?
One full day. It's almost been like a full 24 hours at this point.
You've
So.
literally just been in this box.
Back to the real fun.
That box got to smell real bad.
Oh, did you fart in the box?
For
Possibly.
small, insignificant humans and a
Oh,
half
yeah,
elf.
that's
Well,
right.
one of them's. That's like 3.5 humans and a half an elf. Are standing before the mighty Daralaxatran.
I can't wait to hear this voice.
Just gotta be gentle.
And you are waiting for death,
I say,
but it does not come.
oh, great, mighty, wise, powerful Daralaxatran, we have come before you, and as you see, freed you, for we are against woe. The 4 of us you see here, and in fact, we would like to
Never read a drawing.
perhaps ask you a few questions about your time here and see if there's anything else we can do to help, as we are here to help you, mighty, wise, powerful, strong
Marcus Essen.
Daralaxatran.
Yes. There are many things you will do in my service now. And our work will begin very soon. You have done very well to free me. And now we can begin the work of destroying the last vestiges of the wretched woe.
Sure, yeah. What'd you have in mind? Because a lot, sad to say, has changed out there, and in fact, woe is almost completely unremembered in this time.
I am aware of most of what has transpired. I am aware of the prophecy. I am aware of both prophecies that pull and split your destinies.
And so are we. We're also aware, but you are so much wiser and far more intelligent than us. Perhaps you could help clarify the 2 prophecies and how they diverged and which one we're going to win.
You have the blade of woe.
The blade is in a friend's possession, yes.
You have the codex.
Sure do.
You have released the spirit.
Gonna say that was on this guy, but yeah.
And you have seen the outcast priest.
That one may have entered one of us.
I remember
Not
that.
gonna point fingers.
I remember that. That wasn't very
Wait,
pleasant.
time out. Can we understand anything you're saying, or is this draconic?
Is this draconic?
Okay.
No, he's speaking in common.
All right, thank you.
She's speaking in common.
She. Oh my God, Lyra.
Damon Geisler says Lyra is far too happy to meet this dragon.
My whole life.
In that
should cinch her
case,
hair.
the pieces are nearly in place. Your next task will be to take the blade and the codex to the outcast priest. He will help you understand what it is you ought to do. When the time is right, I will be there as well, and we will draw the spirit and destroy it entirely. And then my dominion will begin again, and you will serve as my champions.
Cool. So this particular route in the prophecy is not end of the world, right?
No. I know. That was never.
Oh, you see, well, the translations that we've heard, one version was saying end of the world, one was saying saving the world. And we certainly didn't want to end the world because then you, wise, mighty Daryl Extren, would also perish in the end of the world, presumably.
You seem somewhat confused.
Definitely.
Are you not in possession of all of the requisite knowledge?
I'm thinking no. I'm thinking we're not in possession of all the requisite knowledge. And if you could point us to perhaps a depository, repository, whatever, it's fine. He likes deposits. He likes to deposit things.
Suppository.
You are aware that woe was shattered and hidden away that he might be reborn one day, yes?
Yep. But we heard that he wanted to use your body as a vessel.
Indeed. There were 5 high priests of woe. The outcast priest and the 4 priests who sealed the prophecy that shattered woe, hoping for his return. The 5th outcast priest was not powerful enough on his own to counteract this prophecy or bind an entirely new one. So he wove his own designs into the established prophecy, giving you 2 paths to choose. In one, woe would be reborn, and in the other, we would destroy him. The choice was always yours, but you chose wisely. And now you are on our path, and we will destroy woe.
Well, there's certainly been some concern about the aspects and them potentially being destroyed, they can't be destroyed, right? The aspects are totally got to come together.
Well, in a sense, yes. In a sense, no. The spirit will be destroyed when you complete your next task. You should go, gather your strength, prepare for a great battle, and when you are ready, take the codex and the blade to the outcast.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Right, gang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gather our strength.
Yeah, we got to gather our strength. Totally got to gather our strength.
For
Definitely got to
sure.
gather our strength.
Really good.
Uh,
How do we get out?
yeah, good question there. We're gonna put a pin in that one though, real fast.
Chelsea Ann Kelsey says, someone mute Marcus before he gets them killed.
Well, Brian Summers says, I thought Daryl Axtran would sound like Jerry Lewis for some reason. Just a quick clarifier on bringing the aspects together. What is that going to do? Why can't we fight the Animus now?
I am the Animus.
Yeah, we don't want to do that then. That makes sense. That makes sense because we're the same team, obviously. That's what we are. Clearly.
We are.
See, we didn't have enough knowledge like you, my mighty, wise, powerful, strong Daryl Extran. How are you going to get out and how are we going to get out? Because it does seem magically sealed and locked.
Now that the chains have been broken,
Sorry, there's quite a bit of sirenscape in my ear, Daryl Extran.
Well, that's really loud.
What did you say?
now that the chains no longer bind me, their magic and their hold over this place is also broken.
So we should remove those chains from the area.
You have already fulfilled your end of this.
Huh. Okay. So the door will just open now? Oh, you're going to open the door.
I can now. The door, you of course left someone outside to open the door for you, yes?
We're not idiots, of course.
That's obviously part of this. Like, you understood
clear.
that part of the plan.
You have wise champions and us 4. 4 of
Well, in
us.
that case, you will be able to leave, and now that the magics have been broken, in fulfilling the prophecy as you move forward and make your choices, the magic is powerful, but bound to certain rules. As you fulfill more and more of the prophecy, and the magics that were in place to seal it are undone, by your actions. That creates ripples.
Cool. Very cool. What's his hammer? Do you recognize it?
It is an ancient weapon. Woe's executioner wielded such a weapon.
Well, it's good. It's in our trusty Krag's hands. Very trustworthy, this barbarian. So you can count on him for anything. Could never not have a hammer at our side.
Hashtag Krag needs life.
Cool. Great. So you're gonna take some time to recover here. Obviously, it's been a long time. Rock rubs. You've been taking Constitution damage this whole time.
Does he laugh like Marcus?
Marcus,
He made the dragon laugh.
does she need healing?
Shut up, Fox. Because you need some time to rest up.
Yes, I will gather my strength as you gather yours, and when the time is right, we will meet again.
Yep.
Crush woe.
Because we're gonna
once
crush
and
the
for all.
spirit. We're gonna kill the spirit.
Yes, the last remaining vestige of woe's being.
What exactly is the Codex? It's a book, obviously, that we have in our possession. What does it contain?
I have never read it, but I do believe that it contains a ritual that will bring about the culmination of the magic required to revive woe.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's. So we should destroy it.
You should give it to the outcast priest.
Okay, yeah. All this sounds like a plan. We're definitely gonna leave. And thanks for recognizing the champions here. We'll just be going then, Daralaxtran. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
Let's all go, everyone.
Oh, we're not done.
Okay.
Coyote
So we-
Adams says, ask if the dragon can heal the rest of the party.
I already asked that.
Dylan Kaiser says, Lyra, unable to hide her excitement, interrupts Black's and Marcus' conversation,
didn't.
blurting out, when this is all over, will you be my pet? Without warning, flames fill the cave, killing our heroes.
I held it together, sort of. I waved a lot.
Yes, John Christian says, hashtag Lyra time, hashtag random waves.
I've never met a dragon, and it's been like a lifelong thing.
Dylan Kaiser says, you chose wisely. First time the group has been told that. Okay, so we're leaving.
Cody Nitchting says, I like the idea that Quigley is just a doorman. A heroic doorman.
So we're
The
going back
most
down the
heroic
tunnel.
doorman.
Charles Shaw says, can't you guys and the dragon ignore the prophecy and join forces and fly the world fighting crime?
Yeah.
That's
sure
what Lyra's
that
been saying
dragon is-
all
The dragon
along.
is the
Dragon
crime.
is crime.
That dragon
So-
is evil. I don't know if you know it, but
Well, yeah, I
that's
really
an
didn't
evil dragon.
expect
Did
it
we
to
leave
sound
the
like that. I
spike
always
in
thought
the-
they'd be a little more like
That side chamber.
magical.
On our way out, why don't we go grab
Are we
that?
still? Wait. Are we still in this room?
No, we left.
Okay.
Didn't we leave the room?
Why don't we wait till we're a ways away before we start talking about this, Greg?
I thought that we were done.
We're
like,
walking
going
away.
Dragons have excellent hearing.
Very good hearing.
All right. We're walking away swiftly. Walking away.
Yeah, we're gonna walk down the long tunnel, Jim.
The long tunnel. Plus
only-
30 to perception, by the way. That's
The
what it does.
dragon didn't kill us.
You begin walking away. The
Wait,
dragon.
You said that the dragon was gonna hurt me. Nothing
Huh?
happened.
Lyra's very concerned that the dragon didn't hurt her. She doesn't know why. Because
No,
we told...
I'm just saying. We got like the dragon didn't hurt us this time. That's kind of great.
No, that's extremely
Next time.
good.
Hey,
That's
Marcus.
saving it for next time.
Gregory Winters is pointing out something that everyone is incorrect about. What exactly is the Codex, which we totally 100% definitely have in our possession and not in a box we left behind? I think that the fans out there are confused. I have the Codex in my possession.
Yes, the blade and the wooden statue of woe are in the box. However,
Correct.
the codex is
The
with
Codex
Lord
is with me.
I have it written down here.
Marcus.
In your handy dandy notebook.
Hi.
Can I have my cold iron dagger back?
Yep.
Look how cute this
Lyra,
little
can I have my
dragon
grappling hook back?
My what?
My grappling hook.
So, Are we
I don't think
far
you guys
enough
ever gave
away?
back to me.
You tell me where you are. Where do you go?
We.
We're gonna wait till we get to the doorway before we talk.
We talked about these yet?
To the side doorway.
Just say it
Yeah.
and then point there. Dragon baggins! They're awesome!
Look how cute this guy is.
Get yours right there. Look at it.
It's
Get
like
it?
a lovey when you're stressed out.
It's going to appear right there, I believe.
Maybe?
Anyway, are we?
Anyway.
So we're
Look
going.
how
We're
cute
walking
he is.
all the way back
It's a dragon
down
bag.
to the
Put
small
your-
offshoot tunnel.
Okay.
Your dice.
Back towards the shrine with the sacrificial chamber.
Then we get over there, and I'm grabbing Marcus, and we're ducking into
okay.
that tunnel.
What about me?
Well, we're all going. Yeah, we're all going in.
Grab all of them, okay?
I grab all of
We're
you.
all grabbed. I want him to grab me on
There they
my
are.
shoulder, though.
There's the
You
dragon
duck
bag
in there. Krag, you have noticed that even just the act of walking, when you get to where you are feeling like out of breath and exhausted and tired, you have to stop frequently. Usually you're easily outpacing everybody, but you seem to get tired extremely easily. You are finding that even after a brisk walk, you have to like stop and catch your breath. Your heart is pounding in your chest. You can see open, weeping sores all over your flesh.
Well, we see that too.
Oh yeah, well everybody can see that. But
Yeah, when we
but
step
it's-
into the
yeah.
side chamber, this will be like
Yeah.
the first time
Krag,
I've seen him.
Krag looks horrific.
Hey, Lyra, can you do something about that and that, that, that,
I've already
those?
tried.
Don't
I
forget
can-
about this one.
You're
I
not.
mean,
I
I
know.
can try, but I don't think it's going to happen
So-
until we
When we
get
go
rid
in
of
that
the
small
curse.
tunnel, we are going to need that spike.
Why?
A giant crossbow.
Giant cross.
We need to get
You know what?
out
I'm kind of for it.
We
I'm kind of cool with it.
we
well,
need.
no, but it needs the hammer. The hammer has to hit it.
What?
Well, we need to take it with us.
We need to get
we
out.
need the box. We need our box.
We need to get out. We need to go.
Oh God.
I was so excited about the dragon.
Well,
I
Lyra and
told
Alex can try to carry it.
her. Okay.
There's no way. We're the two smallest people in the group.
Just carry
Wait,
it.
you mean the...
Alex doesn't look a whole lot better than Krag.
Yeah.
I feel like I can hear their heartbeat. Can you?
Yeah, I
can
can.
you help him?
I don't think I can. I mean, I can try.
Wait, okay,
What are
you're about
you
to roll
trying to
dice.
do?
I'm very, you're very eager. You have not told me what it's for, what you're doing.
So sorry. So, I mean, I know that if I try to heal Krag in any way, like I've got to roll above a 20, correct?
Right. So you know that, I believe, yes, hit point damage is a problem for him, but you realize too that like literally his physical body is breaking down, and that's really what the problem is. So you're not looking for hit point damage, you're looking for the other spell that we've talked about 100,000 times. Do you have it prepared?
I can channel energy.
No, that's not the one. It's
Lesser restoration.
Ah, did you have that one prepared
She got it
today?
all by herself too. I'm so proud of
Lesser
her.
restoration.
She's
Did
really.
you have that one prepped today?
Good. Oh,
No.
No.
Oh,
So
right.
you know that you would have to wait. But your major concern is that you're not entirely certain that he would survive the night for you to prepare it the next day. So you know it's a huge risk to stay here. And you know that Alex is
got
suffering the same thing, and that even if you were to stay for another, even if he survives the night and you give him a little boost the next day, then you're gonna have both of them on the verge of death from the day after that. So
Right.
whatever
We gotta get
you
out.
guys need to find help
Right.
soon.
We need to
Brian Summers says Lyra can stop by the gift shop before exiting the tunnel and pick up all the merchandise she needs to satisfy her giddiness. I
Dragon
Dragon
Baggins.
I look at Krag and I say, I think we should get you out of here, Krag, because the dragon can't fit into this little tunnel anyways. So maybe we can come back and get the spike.
We need to get you out.
But I think what's best is you just don't do anything for him at all. Don't even try, okay? Just don't do anything for him. Not even the littlest, tiniest thing.
I feel like you're
Don't
being
do
a little
that.
facetious
No,
right
no, 100% honest.
And I
we
thought
don't
that I
have time
couldn't.
for this.
No, it's, you know,
We need
it's all
to
good.
go.
Let's go.
Dylan Kaiser says if they free the dragon, JimJam will make him evil. If they kill the dragon or leave it there, JimJam will make him good. Either way, he's going to make you guys look like idiots.
Well,
That dragon is 100% evil.
while I understand that you guys think I'm a dirty cheater, I will remind you that Daryl Laxatran has always been described as evil, both in recaps by Vander and in the history of the city. He's always described as an evil dragon.
And Ryan Kuhn says, I just bought my first pair of dice and a folio for my very first game of Pathfinder.
Yay!
Looking forward to my first game.
Awesome.
In which I'm going to probably
2
kill
questions.
you, Ryan.
Good
Are
job,
the
Ryan.
locks
It's
that I have on
probably
my
going
possession still magical or no?
No.
Okay. And then second question, because I'm failing to recall exactly how it was worded to me by Daryl Laxatran. Did Daryl Laxatran say when the chains were broken off of Daryl Laxatran that that's what released more magic or allowed the door to be opened?
Roll a knowledge arcana check.
Ha.
What'd you got, one?
Start.
You got a 1 too.
Yeah, well, I can't botch it.
just rolling
but
for fun.
14.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what he was talking about. It doesn't.
She?
She. Yeah, I know. I keep messing it up.
I mean,
Well,
it's your
she-
character,
she
so you
sounds
can do
like a
whatever you
he.
want, I
Sounds
guess.
like yeah.
She
well,
sounds like a
actually,
he,
really-
so
it's-
it's.
Yeah, can you do a girl dragon better, Jim?
Got a butch voice.
I just wasn't
Cool, guys.
expecting that.
Cool.
That was new.
So we're gonna go walk Krag
Yeah, I
out
pictured.
to the sunlight, which mummies like a lot.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna go through this door that's closed.
So wait, I believe I need to roll a d10 to see how many minutes they have to wait there.
We have to knock on
Ah,
the
they
door.
got to wait there 8 minutes.
8 minutes, guys, before Quigley opens
Are
the
you
door.
being
You guys are
serious?
standing there
Yes.
at the door, probably arguing amongst each other.
We're definitely arguing because
I'm banging
because
on the
they're gonna be
door.
mad at me for walking them down here without taking Daryl Laxatran, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I was all for leaving the dragon down there.
I'm banging on the door.
Mhm.
I'm in the box.
At
I
s-
can't
then
do it.
after
No, I know,
several
you're- I
minutes
don't even
of
know you're in a
waiting,
box.
you guys actually see the sunlight start to spill through as the door creaks open. And you can see Squire Quigley on the other side in the tunnel, hauling this chain hand over hand.
Hi, everyone.
You're still alive?
You're still alive.
Barely. Look at Krag.
Oh, here's your invisibility potion. I didn't need it.
Do you let go of the chain?
The door slams shut.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yes, I didn't need. Just come on out of the doorway, and then I'll
come
give
out
you
of
this
the doorway.
potion.
All right, get out.
Look
Walk
at
through.
Krag.
We
We've
need to
got
go. We need
Look,
to go
she's
right
oh.
now.
So, Quigley,
Where's
we
Vander?
discovered, long story short, we discovered that Krag and Alex have mummy rot.
Oh.
They-
Oh.
Yeah, it's real bad.
That's not good.
No, not good at all, Quigley.
And I
So
can't
Gerald's
heal them.
guide says it's very bad.
And I can't
Yeah,
heal them.
so we need to go find Dwindle.
And
Oh.
the,
And you may need to help Krag or Alex walk.
Well, why don't they just get
in the box. Everyone in, not everyone. People dying in the box.
You say
Listen,
die in the box?
I
people
set it
dying
up. It's
get in the
very
box.
tidy down there, very clean.
But it's not cozy, is it?
it's cozy.
Okay,
it's
that's
nice.
great.
But you didn't light a
can
fire,
relax.
did you?
I sometimes light a fire with unknown sources. I'm gonna find something that lets me light a fire.
Do you
I
want me to
have
just give you
flint
light?
steel.
Like I can do
Yeah, but
that.
I wouldn't.
Okay, can you, guys, get in the box.
Guys.
Get in the box, please.
I can't make Krag
Get in the box.
Why are we going
You're
in the
not
box?
feeling very well. If you get in the box, at least we can hurry and get to our destination.
Benjamin Snyder wants to know if Krag died due to this horrible curse or whatever. Is there a chance he would come back as an undead barbarian who hungers for human flesh? No, he will turn to dust.
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 I know it
Dust.
sucks.
In the
but
wind.
can you
Dust.
get in
I'm in the box!
Okay, he's in the box.
Krag
Alex, please get in the box.
climbs into the box.
Guys, I didn't think
Hold
anybody
on.
could put Krag in the box.
Well, only for a moment because he doesn't feel very well. Alex,
You really want me in the box?
yes, please.
I go in the box.
She desperately wants
so
to get in the
they're
box.
both in the box so that they feel better.
Can I just peek
Please
my
They
head
don't
out?
feel better in
Are
the box.
you sure you want me in the
Feel
At all.
better,
box?
that's it,
Yes, don't
Peeking
eat
my
all
head out.
of the food,
Yes.
but feel free to
Please.
make yourself comfortable
go
down
down.
there.
Here,
Go
here,
down.
you can have a lovey.
Brian Summers says, have you tried giving Krag some chicken soup? A Flintstone vitamin? Anything? Oh wait, I know. He just
Get
needs an
there.
empanada from that place in downtown Burbank.
love
That peps him
empanadas.
right up.
So, Lord Marcus, I buried all the orcs over here, so we don't have to worry about any sturges or anything. Those bat skeetos.
I don't think you know how that works, but okay, let's do it.
No, we already
Burying
did.
things? I have
We
a
have-
shovel.
Hold on. We have 2 people dying in your box right now.
All right.
We need to go.
Why are we holding on?
No one is.
Yes,
We were literally
starting
just
voting
walking.
forward.
Well, we better keep
Why did you
walking.
stop us from walking?
Come on,
You
keep
just
going.
stopped us from walking. We were walking. We were going home, and then you stopped
Stop
us.
talking.
Why do you keep stopping us? We were walking the whole time.
No, because he started pointing at the things that he buried, and we're not.
Yes,
happy
we
with that.
walked past
My
them.
friends are
Why
about
are
to
you
die.
stopping
You
us?
need to stop
They're
yelling.
dying in the box.
I hear you.
Why do
I
you
can't
care
hear
about
anything.
them?
What a freaking
You wouldn't
bubble in
even
your
heal
mouth.
them. You wouldn't
Put
heal
it.
them.
I can't.
Why do you
I
keep
can't.
doing this? What
Put
is
a bubble.
this? You do
Bubble
it.
in your
Put
mouth.
a bubble in your mouth.
If I had silence right now
Gwendolyn!
on my list,
Okay.
Dwindle,
Wow.
are you out there?
I think what I really should have just done
Oh my
was the
God.
18d10 cone of flame to kill everybody in the party, and just moved on with just the
well,
Squire
I don't
Quigley
have a
show.
voice. I don't have one now.
You guys get out of the tunnels. What is
2
up
questions.
with you?
One question. Did I cast resist energy?
I have no.
No, I didn't.
No, you can stop. Yeah.
Then I have 1 spell left.
It's resist energy.
Yeah, I have 1 level 2 spell. Okay.
I resist.
Resist energy. Okay. You guys head out of the tunnels. You know that ahead of you is the city that you have to make your way through.
Oh, yes.
You know the easiest way to do that is to make your way through the graveyard, through the church where you fought the mummy.
Yes.
Wait, why
No,
through
we
the
can't
church?
go through the graveyard.
Why do we have to go through the church?
Why don't we go around the church?
Exactly.
I mean,
Why don't we go around the graveyard?
Are they arguing over walking?
Yes,
That's
we're going to do
some
that.
ways.
Yeah.
No, we're not arguing. We're agreeing.
We're agreeing.
We're all in agreement
What
that
are
we
we
don't
going
want to go to
around?
any of the places that you said
Why
we had
would
to
we go through a
well, yeah,
church?
you would definitely want to go in the unknown places that you haven't cleared,
down here?
because then nothing would be there.
Oh, okay.
I'm confused.
very nice
Is
to
there
go
not
there.
just the outside of the graveyard?
Let's just see what's down
Like
here.
graveyard on our left-hand side as we walk past it?
that-
Like, do we
it
have
would
to
be-
swing around?
It would be literally the way that you came in, because that's what you did to come in.
see what's down
I'm saying,
here.
like you
You said
literally. I'm
we
just
had
saying,
to
go.
through the graveyard.
I'm sorry.
Literally,
Whichever
it doesn't
way
matter.
Is safest, can we just go through it?
You know what? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You get to where you're going. There's no danger. You are perfectly safe.
Woo! I was
Thank
really
God.
nervous about it. I thought there'd
Sorry
be
for
danger.
describing a thing. I know that gets everybody really
We got
upset.
really nervous
just
that we were going to
happened?
Get really upset when I describe a thing. So hey,
Hey, fans at home, remember, Jim just got upset with us for being afraid of the game that he set up.
I was really worried that we were going to hit
When he
another
was
mummy.
so happy about how afraid
Mummy
we
Raw
were,
for everyone.
now he's not.
Really bad.
I just missed all of that.
So we
'cause-
finally made it. Please tell me
Okay,
we made
thank
it.
So we're
you.
safe.
I'm just
We're
gonna.
back to
there you
Can I
you're
say
not
I'm
back
I'm
to
so
check.
excited to see
But
this.
you're on
Oh, okay.
the far side of the city.
That's fine. We're on the far side. I just
You
think it'd be
know
fun.
that you guys left Dwindle somewhere up ahead.
Okay.
You know, that's probably, yeah, you guys had mentioned you were trying to find him,
Yeah.
yes?
That's probably
I'm
best.
assuming you're just retracing your steps, but
Wait, Jim.
what I don't know.
Yes.
I don't want to say
Jim,
anything. out
Nothing
of
happened.
turn.
You didn't make them roll
No, they just went. That was it.
roll a
Like,
check or anything.
Kyle
Just-
the Adam
It was
says,
always
Marcus
just gonna be
doesn't
getting
seem
out.
pleased to see Quigley. Now he knows how I feel. Hashtag just kidding. Hashtag Ben's my buddy.
Oh my gosh.
You've been the worst today.
Kyle, you were
I'm
at
gonna put you in a
Disneyland.
timeout, Kyle.
While we're
No, he
walking,
needs a
though,
break.
while we're walking, I am going to ask
Hold a break.
Ben. I'm like, hey, so what was the giant monster? Because we found a dragon inside.
You know, that's very interesting because I don't know what was chasing us.
What do you mean you don't know what was
Well,
chasing us?
there
Where's
was-
Vander?
Well, there was lots of flashes of color and light and explosions and noises, and the lighting was just, you know, one of those lights where it's just right in your eye and you can't really see what's
Lyra
going
loves
on.
lights.
And then I got thrown backwards and I hit my head and I don't remember.
Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine.
Do you need me to heal you?
No, I was just unconscious for about 8 hours, which is very bad. But I'm all right.
You know, sometimes concussions.
So we haven't
last-
seen
actually, he has a
trace-
concussion and seriously needs medical attention.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that sounds like.
Did
it
we
would
see
last
any
a long
trace
time.
of that battle?
you saw. I mean, there were.
Like flame marks or burn marks in there?
I mean, you guys didn't stop to check for stuff. So
Hey,
no.
Craig.
We need
Sure, I know we
Natasha
didn't stop to check, but there was
McWilliams
no
says-
obvious, like, oh, that got burned.
Never mind.
Natasha McWilliams
There you
says
go.
Craig hasn't been allowed to take a Crag crap trademark. It's making him cranky.
Just don't do one
true.
in here in the box, please.
Yeah.
Backed
Just
up.
wait.
No, later.
Very mad.
But not
I don't
to
think
thank your
that
Unless we're
part
just-
is working with the mummy rot and everything. I try and it's just dust.
Well, you've barely been able to eat anything. Like even the thought of food, you just like
But we have all these rations down
I
here.
know, and they
Yeah, we
none
just
of, like,
looked in
you
Quigley's
barely
box.
able to bring yourself
There's
to
really
eat anything
nothing
just
to steal.
just to keep going through the day.
How's our quest to get Dwindle going?
There's only spears. I
So-
can't steal that. You're gonna steal
You
really
leave
pumped for
the
it.
city of Zizras the way you came in, seeing no signs of danger, but avoiding the graveyard and the flowers that Vander warned you about.
Yeah,
As you leave the city, you know that ahead of you there's the camp where you'd found the dead orcs. And as you draw nearer to it, roll perception checks. Everybody who's not currently in an extra dimensional space.
Oh, I'm very good at perceiving things.
What should we talk about, Krag?
16, 20,
6.
28.
23.
Okay.
I love it when my wife laughs at me for how horrible I am at this game.
Quigley cannot
Not as
roll.
bad as you.
just can't do it. Quigley is going on and on and on about the light, and it was in his eyes. But the most important takeaway from that story you guys pick up on immediately is that he got knocked out. So really, he's just making up a bunch of stuff that before that important point to make it sound like he has a lot of information, but he doesn't actually. He basically just got knocked out like right away and was of no use. to
Oh,
Vander-
sure, just like every fight scene in Walking in Circles, when I could have done so much. No,
he
it's
just
just
got
written
knocked out.
and
He
Squire
just got knocked
Quigley.
out. Just knocked out.
That's true. That's how I remember him.
You two, as
Yes.
he's chattering away,
Yes.
hear shouting ahead of you through the trees. You distinctly, Marcus, hear the chant of arcane words mixed with the ravenous screeching of something inhuman. A voice cries out in pain, a voice that you recognize. Dwindle is in trouble.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
I look at Quigley and I say,
I'm
Quigley,
not there.
Dwindle's that way. He needs your help.
I set down the box and I run.
You set down the box and you run.
Oh
Forward.
God.
Down the box.
Quigley is taked off. He has charged boldly forth. Quigley, you know that ahead of you, as soon as you.
What
you
about the
are-
backpack that's around your waist, though? That's still there slowing you down,
Yes,
right?
the heck. Just, you're
'Cause
the
it-
worst. You're the
'cause it would
You're my
swing-
teammate. You're my team.
'Cause
Where
as
are
you-
all your books and scrolls? Huh?
Because
You
as
have
you-
to
Where are all the rocks?
bandolier of all.
Because
Where'd you keep those rocks?
running,
I'm running
as you're running,
forward.
your backpack is going, what, between the legs, hitting the back? What's... Because it wouldn't make
You
episode-
started this. You know that, right?
All about
This is
arguing
your
with
fault.
each other right now.
Hey, heads I go to sleep, tails I stay awake.
What do you mean sleep though?
I'm gonna sleep in the box.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I'm awake.
Good.
I'm staying awake.
Quigley, you have literally you set down the box and run forward, okay? You see the camp where you saw that was littered
The shoddy
with,
tent
with
work.
bodies,
Yes.
orc bodies, right?
Oh, yes.
As you were approaching the city, you see that Dwindle is in this camp. He is surrounded by rotting, twisted corpses that are attacking him with vicious claws
Oh.
and gnashing teeth. The stench of death and rot is nearly overwhelming here. The first thing that needs to happen is a fortitude save, as the stench just almost makes you gag.
We're all gonna go in the
Not
box.
in my box.
Not in your box.
Thank goodness, because that was a 1. Oh, a 19 plus my 5, 24!
24.
But you needed
you
25.
you are not affected by the stench from these
Dragon's
creatures.
fire?
How many do I see?
You see 10. 10 of these creatures. All right, and Dwindle is barely holding them off. He's apparently just cast some sort of spell, knocking back several of these creatures, but he is in dire straits. You see his face is bloodied. He is barely holding his own. The second thing that needs to happen is you got to roll
Don't worry, it's
initiative.
easy top.
Does it?
Not 20 plus my 6, 26! I'm gonna kill so many of these dirty fools! I'm going to stab them in their stabby places!
Ew. Stab them in their stab
Whoa!
places.
Can you just...
That was a 19 followed by a 20. Quigley is on fire. Quigley is rather pleased with
Quigley's on
himself.
fire?
Hope not.
Yep, Quigley's on
Water.
fire as well.
Water.
Water. Let's see. What did I get? What is my actual roll here? Oh, that's not so
Oh,
bad.
Jesus, look at that thing. It's this swamp thing.
Disgusting.
Oh,
You
I'm
guys
going
gonna
to
call
stab
us
him.
Those
up?
of you in the back may also roll initiative since you're at least aware that there is danger ahead. You saw
Great.
Quigley go striding boldly forward.
Nat 20.
Ow!
What?
Nat 6.
Natural 6. I'm going to put you back here.
What are you, 20 plus what?
I'm going to
20
put
plus-
Lyra. What's your total,
Plus
Lyra?
26.
26. Is that higher than yours? That's
Yes,
higher.
and no, it's 26. I have the same initiative.
Oh,
as you.
what's your? Oh, so you guys both have the same bonus, right?
I have 6. I rolled a nat 20.
Since you both have the same bonus,
Roll
the
off.
only fair way to decide this is
Roll
for
off.
each of you to roll a d20 again. Whoever is higher is going first in the initiative order.
Yeah, I know. I really want to be.
6.
12.
That
Can I make a decision of where I stand since I won?
you are back by the box because that's where you
Hold
were.
your action.
But it is your action first. You saw Quigley go running ahead.
Well, he just left the box.
Oh yeah.
Can we lift the box? Is it heavy? Is the box heavy?
No.
I
I mean, the problem with the box is it's not heavy, but it's really bulky. It's this big box, so
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to do with it.
How much slower though does Quigley run with the backpack around his waist? And it's his
Yeah, you
legs.
can always give the backpack to someone else.
He
Has
just
not yet
wants
affected-
the handy haversack so badly, doesn't he?
All right.
I
Well,
did
I'm
too.
gonna.
What are you doing, Lara?
You just probably have to do like balance checks. on this.
I'm probably gonna just pick the box up because I don't think we should leave our friends.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run toward.
Pick up the box. So that's a move action. You move towards Quigley. He's still
He's ahead
a
of me.
full mood ahead
I'm
of
not
you
trying to
because he
reach.
ran the whole time.
I'm not trying to reach.
Brings us to Quigley. You see 10 vicious, undead creatures. You can actually see, now that you're looking at them, because you're looking around the camp, you don't see the bodies of the orcs anymore. You only see these creatures. And as you're looking, you can see that even though their hands have twisted into claws, they still bear the porcine, brutish features of the orcs that must have died here. What do you
didn't
do?
bury
Bury
them.
these ones.
Ah, you didn't.
Can I make, so I would like to make a knowledge check and talk. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, knowledge checks is not even an action, so.
So, can I make a knowledge, I don't know what
To identify these creatures would
Yes.
be knowledge religion.
Oh, good, I have that. 20.
20 total. You know from the stench and from the look of these creatures that these are ghasts. Ghasts are creatures that eat the flesh of the living.
Oh.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely nasty, horrible, evil creatures, but their most dangerous aspect is that anybody bitten or clawed is subject to their paralytic nature. And that if you are stricken, you must roll a fortitude save or be paralyzed by their touch.
Good night, everybody.
For a certain amount of rounds or forever?
Well, I
See you
mean,
guys.
until they then coup de grace you when you're helpless.
Thanks for watching. I hope that you'll catch us next time on Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Facebook.com/dragonsandstuff. See you then.